Yeah, rock it down with Kor-Drath the Awakening. What's up, everybody? That's right. It's not Wednesday. It's Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And Dennis and I figure, you know what? It's been a couple weeks since South Carolina. We should probably do what we always do, which is what did the boys get from the con? So we're going to do that, chat a little bit, and just kind of hang out some. Dennis, I just got back from the post office, taking about 65 packages that were put together nice and tight of the nice and tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me, to be mailed out.
Very cool, dude. Get those out.
Well, I got to admit, I felt a little lonely over here packaging books by myself.
Oh, poor Andy.
I had nobody to talk to.
Nobody to sing to. No music playing, no singing.
Nope. It was just me up here doing the Gemini mailer thing, thinking, oh, Dennis should be here, but he's not. So
he is not. So, guys, we are attempting to stream on Rumble simultaneously, and apparently it is not working.
You might call that a simulcast. Her and the Steadfast is here. JP Roca in the house. That's right. Back Kor-Drath the Awakening right there. The link is in the description below. At least I hope it is. Jolly Green, hello. Marcus, hello. Agent Cub, did you guys buy some comics? I did. Post office comes to me, but it's to deliver bills. Well, it should be to deliver fun, good stuff too. We did. The funny thing is, you know, that con was a couple weeks ago, and I told Dennis, I said, oh man, I totally forgot. I already put some stuff away, but I didn't really buy a lot of standout stuff. I got some 50-cent books. Nothing really stand out except for one Silver Age back issue, nice hardcover, and you know, of a good collection of stuff. Of course, I'll be showing you this stuff. And then I picked up a mini series. I'll tease it like this. I picked up hey, what's up? I picked up a mini series drawn by one of the fellow professionals from earlier in his career. So I'll leave that even though it's not the coolest, I'll leave that for last. Dennis knows what it is. He can't play the guessing game, but everybody else is allowed to try and guess what miniseries did Andy pick up that was penciled by a fellow professional about 30 31, 32 years ago. I love playing games.
I have a guess.
You're not allowed to guess. You can put it in a private chat.
Yes, we did have a booth at the con. It was a wonderful con.
Agent Cub, if you want to grab that chat right below. I can already tell you Dennis did. I mean, we weren't there. It was Friday, the day of setup, because the con was Saturday and Sunday. It was Friday afternoon. We go there to set our stuff up at our tables. And next thing I know, Dennis is walking back with a CGC graded slab book. And I'm like, my God, man, the show hasn't officially started yet. And you're buying slab books. Good Lord.
All true. All true.
I'm going to say, Dennis, that it is not art to bear. But not only do you have to name the professional, you have to name the actual title of the miniseries as well. So put your thinking caps on and do process of elimination. I said it's not art. It's not Billy because Billy was working on She, and that really wasn't a miniseries. So, Henry Bemis says Dan Fraga, Bloodstrike. Nope, it was not. So now Dan's eliminated. So that leaves 2 professionals.
See, not everybody's as old as you, Andy.
Wait. I guess I'll go first.
Mark's got to guess.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. That's right. Metamorpho. It was during one of the bros that I think Graham brought this up, and I totally forgot. And I went and looked it up. This is pre-Batman, and I was like, "Damn, I don't have this." And this was right around the time. This is right after, or well, not right after, but Bart, when Bart did Justice League Europe. Dude, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to save space. When Bart did Justice League Europe, he made Metamorpho a little thicker, a little bigger than how Ramona Fradon designed him. And, he gave him all this great, actually, I love, which one is it? This is one of my favorite covers, issue 4. And that's very Bart-esque in the rendering on Metamorpho, the different textures and stuff and how big he is. So I was like, I got to get this. So I read issue 1, and now I have to read 2, 3, and 4. So there you go. I went first. I guess now it's Slick Dennis's turn.
I'll do a couple of things here. So the first one isn't a book. So even though I technically did buy a book first, like Andy said, my big thing, they had some really good guests. We got to meet Lou Diamond Phillips, which was a great story in the elevator. But more importantly for me, I got the ticket, I walked up, and I got to meet William Shatner. Got to go up and talk to Captain Kirk because he was the last signature I needed. So I got my lithograph signed. You can see I've got Walter already on there, George, I've got Nichelle. DeForest Kelly had already passed before this was done, when this lithograph came out. I got William to sign it on the bottom. I got Leonard Nimoy right there. And James Doohan, I also have signed, but not on this. He had also passed away early. But I've got a lithograph like this for each of the different series. Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, Voyager. And my goal is to get them all, as many as I can, to sign while they're around. So I was very happy. Captain Kirk was a little expensive. $93 or $150 for a regular signature. $50 more if you want him to personalize it. And if you want a no touchy selfie, it was another $100.
Did we hear Ron? Oh, did we? No, we went out to dinner that night, and we heard the rundown. that night, Saturday night, we heard the story. I know when he was on the Graham Star Trek show last Wednesday, he told the story. I mean, I was on stream before that, but that was Ron's story to tell, and Ron was like, I don't even know if I'm going to tell it online. I don't know. I got to really think about it. I mean, he definitely, like you said on Graham's channel, he definitely, a few days went by, so he was definitely a lot more calm about it. And I think it just kind of settled in and he was able to absorb it for what it was, which I'm glad, because that day he was rather miffed, if you will.
Yeah, he was. We heard a lot of details. I mean, it spread like wildfire throughout the show. Let's just say William Shatner's 93 years old. I'm glad I at least got the signature, because they announced he is retiring from doing the shows. This is one of his last times to do signatures. So all I can say is, yep, I've got it. It was very transactional. One of you guys had actually talked to me, and I'll mention it here for those of you who don't know, who might be a Star Trek fan. I think it was just Kevin Ryan, told me about The Intruder, an old movie that he was in. I had never seen it, so I watched it before I went. I attempted to talk to him about it. Didn't matter. You paid your $150. You got your signature. I had to help him take the pen cap off because he couldn't unscrew his Sharpie type instrument, let's put it that way, before signing.
And, which don't even screw on.
This one did.
Oh, really?
This one did. That's why I said it's a Sharpie type instrument. He did. Agent Cub said he looks good for 93. We saw him in the we were standing out by the front door in the lobby, and he came walking in. Michael was there with us, and he's like, "Hey, Captain Kirk," and he's like, "Good morning," and he just kept walking by. He moved.
Good morning when it was dark outside.
93-year-old.
Yeah. I was disappointed. I've never seen him in person, never met him. He walked by. I was like, I cannot believe how short he is.
It was.
So yeah, he was a lot shorter than I thought. They say never meet your heroes. He's not my hero, but still, I just had this picture of him being this taller type dude, and he wasn't. It's like, guys, if you ever meet Dennis and you see in real life that he's like 5'4" and he's sitting on phone books right now, it's just going to totally take away everything you expected.
Yep, you just need to have your image on screen about me. Jolly Green's asking, what about Star Trek Discovery? I said Star Trek. That is not Star Trek. I don't even think I can watch this final season. God, it's so
really
bad. It is so bad. It's already started. I haven't watched it. I don't think I'm going to. I mean, now this is Trek. Just like the Rey trilogy is not Star Wars, this is not. It's not Trek. Picard season. The last season was solid. It was a lot of member berry. Season 3. At least it gave you something that you could go, okay, nice send off. The rest of this, thank God you're kidding.
Wait. Brent says we do shrink when we get old. I don't know about you. I shrink when I get cold. It rhymes with old, but
Andy has just been shrinking. So that was my first thing that I bought, and
right, you can go again. You got more than me.
Yeah, I got a lot more. So I did. So Fanboy Comics, I'm giving them a shout out right now. A lot of the stuff that I bought at this show was from Fanboy. Mike Huffman, he's the owner of it. He had my back across the board on so much stuff at this show. I bought a lot of stuff from him. Conan the Barbarian, The Crawler in the Mist, Book and Record. I literally just finished this a little bit ago. I've uploaded onto my YouTube channel, so go check it out. If you like this playthrough and you guys want to hear it, I actually go through them on page by page. They are awesome. The record was in pretty decent shape. It was. I won't buy it if it's not playable. It is playable, and actually, it sounded really nice. The artwork. So this one is from 1976. And this is PR number 31. But man, if you guys like it, all these book and records that I do get, I hope to get all of them at some point. But I do do a playthrough on them on the record player itself. You guys can read along with it. They range about 15, 18, 19 minutes. So, you know, these are really, really cool. I was just looking for any.
And that is a reprint. I can't remember the actual issue number of the Conan book, but that is a reprint. John Buscema pencils, Neil Adam inks. The one thing I did notice, the book actually starts off the comic with I think it's 3 pages penciled and inked by Buscema, and then Neil takes over, and that reprint doesn't have those 3 pages. It starts with the pages that Neil inked. I mean, they were kind of throwaway pages. They weren't super necessary to the story, but I just found that interesting when I was looking through that after he bought it, because I have the original comic, and I was like, holy crap, that does not start like the comic does.
The answer, Craig69, is yes, I still have a turntable. Matter of fact, I have to qualify that. I used to have an Onkyo set up with Sherwin-Vega DX15s. I wound up getting rid of those amazing pieces of furniture that shook the windows. My wife hated having that much bass shaking the windows. Makes me sad. I had gone out with a Bose system then. But when I ditched that, I ditched my original turntable that was on my setup, the dual cassettes, the 5-disc changer. And what did I go with? I had to go out and reacquire. It is a new turntable just so I can play albums. I started collecting them. I used to collect picture discs, Kiss, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne. I had so many good ones. I really shouldn't have got rid of them all.
Dennis, you got to do Stack Deck Batman by Elliot Maggin and Neil Adams.
Ooh.
I don't think he owns that. I think I own that one. I know I have a Batman book record. I think it's that one. I'd have to look.
Well, I am a lot of the different vendors now as I go to shows. They know I have been picking them up. I don't just do, these are the little 45s. I do have some of the larger ones, the LPs, the 33s. Some of those were just stories where they had multiple storylines on the album, 2 on side 1, 2 of them on side B, but they didn't have the comic books with them. I do have some of those. Again, I have some already up, and I will keep putting out more of the book and records.
There you go. Something to look forward to. All right. I guess it's my turn. Like I said, I only have a couple more things. I have literally 3 more things to show. This was just a fun one. I actually bought it. I do like the characters that are in it. I don't know, it's 6 years old, maybe 7 years old. I can't remember. I got the variant cover drawn by one of my favorite artists, Doug Mahnke. I wish he would have drawn the inside of the book, but the inside's good too. But I do love the character. It's a team up. We'll call it that. Blue Falcon and Dynamite teaming up with the Super Sons. Robin there, Bruce's kid, and Superman's kid there. Jonathan, whatever. Like I said, I love the Blue Falcon and Dynamite. The art on the inside is good. It's a little too realistic for my taste. That's why I think Doug Mahnke, I would love to have seen him do it. But I got to tell you, I read this last night before we did the Kings. This was a really good freaking story. Like, in fact, I'm going to read you, because I know Dennis hasn't read it. But the basic gist of the story is somebody, I think his name's the Red Raven, is controlling Blue Falcon, and he wants him to bring Dynamut back to his lair so he can basically, you know, use Dynamut's parts and pieces, you know, whatever, right? And so Blue Falcon's kind of under a trance, and the Super Sons there have to basically snap him out of it. And it finally comes to the standoff between Dynamut and Blue Falcon. And Dynamut, he's all torn up. You can see in that panel, he's all torn up, his ears all messed up and stuff. And it's a face-off between him and Blue Falcon. And he says, what's he say? He's Blue Falcon, or Dynamut says, I don't want to do this. My friend still has to be somewhere inside of that controlled brain, you know, talking to Blue Falcon. And then Blue Falcon, being controlled, says, he was here, but I killed him. Stabbed him right in the heart where the memory of you lived. As he bled out, he said you were nothing more to him than a pet with delusions of grandeur. And then Dynamut says, well, if BF gone, so the initial BF, you know, Blue Falcon's gone, then I guess it's okay if I tell you a secret. See, he thought BF stood for Blue Falcon, but the truth is it always stood for best friend. And when he says that, it's a off panel. He says it, so you can see in that last panel, it kind of hits Blue Falcon, and you see the memories of him doing stuff with Dynamut, and then him and the dog as a kid. And it was actually really freaking good, because I don't know what the actual origin of Dynamut and the Blue Falcon is. So they did do an origin in here. And so I don't know if it's the exact one, but the way they did it was, you know, Blue Falcon lives in a different city, not too far from Gotham. And, you know, he was born into a family with rich parents and whatever. And he's really smart and blah, blah, blah. And because he keeps inside all the time, just kind of tinkering and doing science type experiments and stuff when he's a young boy, like 12 years old for his birthday, mommy and dad got him a little doggy. Oh, look at that dog. Dennis hates dogs, but boy, his heart melted when he saw that one. And point is, they do a nice one page after that showing him and the dog growing up together. But then, you know, the dog's 15 and he's about to kick it. And that's when he's like, I'm going to do some stuff to you to see if I can make you live forever. And that's when he basically does the mechanics and all that to make him Dynamut. And it was just a really good story. And it's the type of stuff DC doesn't do anymore, you know, good stories. So there you go. That was a good purchase, not just from the standpoint of I like the cover, but man, I read it, and being a dog lover like I am, it pulled at the heartstrings compared to what? Dennis, you don't like dogs? So it's your turn.
Let's go up and answer a few things not credited. Do you have the older gold records like Fantastic Four, Avengers for it? Not yet. I haven't even seen
those.
Right, that's just it. So book and records are hard to come by in terms of not everybody brings them. Sometimes when they do, as long as they're in good shape, I'm usually in on them. Some people are deciding they want to ask stupid, crazy money. I'm not going to order these things off eBay or anything like that, because this is more for, I just want them just so I can play them, let everybody see them. They are just great things from my past, but people are asking crazy money once in a while for them that are just outrageous, and I'm not going to do that. Most of the people are very, very nice. And what? I don't like dogs? Yeah, I do. I love dogs. I'm allergic to dogs, so it really sucks. Can't wait for the new book. Y'all doing great work. Hey, I saw your Facebook post. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, we are working hard on this. So I can't wait to get the new story and the game into your hands as soon as possible.
Yep. I just sent out your package at the post office before the live stream, Mr. Magnum.
Nice. Yep. So one of the things I got, I fill in holes. I'll save the better stuff for later, but I am an Akira fan. I had gotten rid of my entire run. So again, he had numbers 11, 19, 29, just random ones that I needed to try and fill in. Akira was just great. I remember seeing it, in the theater. I actually have the Blu-ray version, which is, I don't think they did it 4K yet.
How many Akira do you have left? How many do you need now?
So I got I've got most of the expensive ones, which were, the first few number ones, very expensive. And then, the last three, because they were limited runs, are expensive. And all I'm going to say is I got all those out of the way. So it's all the middle ones right now. I will say I got to spend a lot of time and chat with Mark A. Nelson. For those of you who haven't seen it, I had said I got my Thunder Hunters. Mark's artwork is fantastic. I had supported him. I think he was Zoop. He was in the on the Zoop camp on this.
He was.
Mark did great. If you guys haven't, you can go find Mark's stuff. You can order this. This is just fantastic stuff. Mark is a great artist, conceptual artist. He did stuff for the old TSR games, for Forgotten Realms, which is what got he and I talking. I wound up getting from him a few of his books. This is his remarks. This is just really, really good stuff.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. I got the book too. We had him on the show when the campaign was live.
Yep.
Great interview, great guy, fantastic artist. I mean, it is just one of the best looking books I've seen.
Yep. And you know, no matter what page I open it up to, Mark's he's so creative, and he is just an absolute joy to talk to. We've already said next SC Comicon, we are going to find time. We're going to do supper, after one of the shows. But here's going to be a trivia question, because I actually don't know the answer to it. Mark still has some of his stuff from Monster Manual and stuff way back in the days from TSR. I did wind up buying one of the original pieces of art, but now this one's not from the Monster Manual or the Forgotten Realms. So Mark he wanted to know about Choose Your Own Adventure books. As a kid, I had all the regular Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I've still got most of the Dungeons and Dragons Choose Your Own Adventure books sitting behind me on the shelf. But this is page 20. I love this art. It was just so cool. While I was really looking for any of the cool monsters, none of the ones he had just were up my alley. But I love this artwork. So I picked it up from him. This is page 20 from one of the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Want to find out which one. So that's kind of my goal, is to figure that one out. This is great.
Jolly Green says, how long have you two been friends? I'll let Dennis take a whack at that answer, because he'll hurt my feelings bad if he doesn't remember the anniversary.
We've never been friends.
Son of a bitch. I knew it.
Guys, we actually don't really know. I used to help out a local comic shop and stuff like that. And Andy used to be one of the customers come in, and we would hang out and talk. I haven't been there probably in 5 years, and I was there for almost 5. So, I've known him for 10 years. So it's been a long time, friends. I don't know. We just started doing stuff. I don't know when that actually happened. I mean, I don't ever admit it in public usually, but yeah, needless to say, it's been quite a while.
Oh, son of a bee.
Thunder Hunters was so damn. That is exactly what I'm saying. This is so great. And Mark does everything. He writes it, he pencils the inks, he colors, he does everything. So
Yes,
man,
he does.
He is talented. I love his stuff. Joe, he must be back, or you're listening on the road trip. So Joe had sent me some videos earlier today with him on the road. So very fun.
All right. Well, like I said, I don't have a ton, so I'll save the big hardcover I teased for last. I'm an Aquaman fan. Proud to admit it. Even when he was a C-list character, I was an Aquaman fan. Number 50, got a nice condition number 50. I like the round numbers. I was actually looking. The book only lasted till I think 63 or 64. I probably have a third of the run. So I don't know. I might get the rest of the run. Of course, the most expensive one would be issue 1. So I don't know. I got to really think about it. I've got the showcase that reprints them and stuff, so I don't know if I need them. But this is nice. It's got a nice Neil Adams Dead Man story in the back, teases right there. So there you go. Beautiful cover. Back, when they would put the hero in peril and make you go, oh no, what's going to happen? Is he going to live? Is he going to die? I need to pick up this book and find out, because back then there were no previews catalogs. There was no internet. You could literally have picked this book up off the stand, and if you didn't flip through it, get home and read it, and it could have been the last issue, and you just wouldn't know. So there you go.
Guys, I just checked. Nothing is going on to Rumble right now. It actually pops up and says it's a private stream, which I just double checked the settings. It shows it's public. If you guys wind up seeing it, let me know. But I don't know if it's because I'm on there, but it is not showing that it is going live. So anyway, this will be something we're working on. We are going to work on trying to get onto Rumble as well. One of the other cool things,
they do not make it easy.
No,
they just don't make it easy.
What they need to do is StreamYard. If you're listening, it's becoming an up-and-coming thing. You need to integrate it just like you did Facebook, YouTube, X, all of that stuff. So I did wind up getting this again from Mike. I picked up issue number 4 of Robotech, because that is another series of one of my favorites I got rid of. I am recollecting. He had a nice copy of number 4, which I snagged. And I am missing a lot of the middle run part of it again. But I had not even seen these. This is the Archives. This is a nice trade reprint of them. I think it does a really nice job. So he found that at one of the dealers. And yeah, this is just great stuff. And I know there's some Robotech fans in there, because I see some of you guys that are right on there. Let's see how it reprints it. Yeah. So a great way. I usually don't do a lot of trades because I really do like having them. But, Matt Cross, when he got this for me, I may pick up the rest of them. This is a nice, easy read. I will save my really cool stuff for a little bit later. I always pick up Croft Super Show.
Oh my God, here we go. He's letting his freak flag fly. $5. Bob Jester, thank you. Mark Nelson did art for the Tower of Darkness Endless Quest book. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Thank you for that info.
See, you guys.
Is the Robotech from Comico?
It is. It is indeed.
The Jim Aparo Aquaman, where he and Aqualad stopped being partners and his son was killed by Black Manta. I might have that one. I'd have to know the issue number. I can kind of see the cover in my mind. What are you showing us? Is that the Croft? What is that?
Super Show. Gotta
and it has a Captain America hostess ad.
What?
front inside cover. It looks like a Captain America hostess ad or something. Nice.
Twinkies. Look at that.
Yeah, hostess.
You know, and we do have the books of that have all the hostess ads and stuff in it. Love it. Craft Super Show. I mean, this was something even on the cover. Wonderbug. Oh, everybody loved Wonderbug. Schlepp car. This is great. I do pick those up. Now you guys will recognize this. Yeah, one.
Oh yeah, I already put mine away, but I got that too.
Exclusive for Borderlands, which is one of my favorite comic shops. Rob Young has a great shop there, and Dan Fragaboom did a variant cover. So I got it. They brought some to the show, and I knew I was going to be picking this up. Dan was supposed to be there to join us, but alas, I think a lot of you know, he had medical issues and was unable to join us. So I'll just save it for the next time I see him. It is great. Oh, look at that. Drake's comic. Probably has a rare hostess ad too. It did. I love the Crofts. Sid is, yeah, see, everybody loves the Croft. I think I had the Croft Super Show comic. Everybody with taste had Croft Super Show at one point or time. You had the Mumra cover, Thundercats #1. Awesome, guys. So, and I did pick up. So, now this is one people are arguing about if this is technically the first appearance or second appearance of MODOK. It's an okay shaped one. It was solid. You can see it's got some of the chipping and stuff at the bottom. You know, I like them a little higher, but you know, didn't see many of these out there. It is one I did not own, but this is technically either the first or second appearance. I think CGC lists it as the second appearance. And but either way, it's early MODOK. I mean, this is good stuff.
Now this is interesting. Craig says if you get Aquaman 56, make sure to pick up Savage Submariner 72 Secret Crossover. Now, I know what you're talking about. I knew about that. Oh, it's Adventure Comics. I might have 452. I'll have to look. I knew about that, but I didn't know the issue numbers. So basically, the writer of Aquaman, was it still Steve Skeets? I'm actually looking. I just pulled up that issue. I don't know if it was Steve Skeets. I don't know if they even have credit. I know it's Jim Aparo on the art. But he continued. Yeah, Steve Skeets, Jim Aparo, Dick Giordano. He continued the story over in Submariner for some reason, which is weird because Aquaman was still around. It wasn't canceled yet. It didn't end until into the 60s. So now I'm going to look Submariner 72. I just want to look that up. Show him something else, Dennis. I only have one thing left.
All right, I can do that. I pity the fool. I pity the fool who doesn't collect this. Oh, yeah, babies. A-Team. Got Mr. T. I got #1. I found a #2 out in the wild. Had to get it. I think I'll even pop this one open. This guy's just, this is great stuff. Things from the kid. How do you not love the A-Team? Yeah.
Yeah, well, unless you have the actual Mr. T comic by Neil Adams Studio, I don't give a shit about that A-Team. And I've got that, so there.
Look at that. And what's in there? Get on the jazz, Mr. T. Mr. T win. They have, I think this is the one. Yeah, it did. I thought I remembered seeing it. Come on. One of my favorite parts was opening them up the comics, looking at Mile High Comics. All their books for just 50 cents each at one here, 20 for $9, 100 for $40. these were the things that I sat down as a kid.
Did you buy? The question is,
order them.
The question is, did you buy stuff from Mile High as a kid? I did, because I love those ads, and I would buy stuff right from those ads. I do have Adventure Comics 452. I just looked it up. I recognize the cover, and yes, I do own this issue. It's a good one. Who drew that?
That one, that's what I was looking up to see, because it is Jim Moody and Joe, is it Giella?
Joe Giella.
Giella.
Wow.
Thank you. And of course,
oh, that's what it was. So real quick, Steve Skeets was let go from Aquaman, hired by Marvel to do Namor, and thought it'd be fun to keep the story going. Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
See, I didn't know that. And I think I have that issue too, issue 56. I guess I could look on my phone. Nice. And that's issue number 1.
This is 2. I already have
How many issues came out?
3.
Do you have all 3 now?
I do not. I need number 3.
Oh my God.
So I will be able to find one of these out in the wild somewhere. And look, I'll be able to put it right in the back and keep them together. Another great one that I did then, the MODOK I got from JT. So tip of the hat to JT. And really nice copy JT had of Conan the Barbarian, number 3. This is a great cover. It's a great book.
I didn't know that. So Aquaman was canceled at 56, and then it was 10 years. I did not know that. Joe says, what issues are those for the secret crossover? It was Aquaman 56 and Submariner 72. So I'm trying to remember where I read that. Damn. I can't remember where I read that, but I just recently read that. Oh my God, he took it out of the... He's handling a Silver Age Conan number 3 without linen gloves. Aaron would be in shock right now.
Yeah, he would.
Oh my God, handling a book like that without gloves. You bastard.
I'm sure somebody will clip this video and send it to him. That's the way it usually works.
Oh yeah, look at that. You're right. It says Aquaman. So it must have went from 56. So guys in the chat, correct me. Aquaman 56, it got canceled. Then it went to Adventure. And then after Adventure, it came back because it says in his own magazine at last, number 57. When it's like at last, what are you talking about? It was in his own magazine 10 years ago, you lunatics. God.
I'll show you the back too. It's Hot Wheels Sizzlers.
Oh yeah.
Roy Thomas, Barry Windsor Smith. Or it's really just Barry Smith at that time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just Barry. Like Barry Gibb.
Huh.
What? What's that?
Ultraverse.
Oh yeah, I got that too. Who do we get it from?
We got it from Fanboy once again.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was a gift from Smokey Concat, who's probably watching and feels really upset now that you don't remember.
I am then. I feel really bad. Especially when you put me on the spot like that. Nope. Smokey said nope.
What? Dude, you're lying. You gave that to me, and you had an extra one to give to Dennis wasn't at the table. You gave me the 4 Pizza Hut comics. See, he's laughing. Because he gave me the 4 X-Men Pizza Hut comics, And then he also gave me that, and he gave me a Savage Sword of Conan, and he gave you the other copy because he had 2 copies of that flood relief book, and he gave you a lid to an X-Men thing. He says it was Fragga copy. It's sort of like the 400th anniversary issue of Superman, you know, comic book promos are funny. Yep.
Well, then again, thank you. This was really cool. This really is. Aaron Lepresti, gotta just love it, and especially on these type of things, you know, where they're
I love that stuff.
flood relief, any of those giveaway comics, AIM toothpaste, whatever. I love those things. All the X-Men Pizza Hut ones, man, I love that stuff. I have the Pizza Hut videos, anything with the X-Men and stuff. But all of those type of giveaway things, those are awesome. Speaking of which, I was just going to say while I'm doing that, I might as well show another one of the giveaway ones.
Oh my God! Now you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Nobody cares.
No. I had the blue one, which I still have as a kid. And I was able to find these. Come on, Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. Bursting through that wall, quenching your thirst as he battles the thirsties through time on a camping adventure.
Oh God, yeah. Nobody cares.
What do you mean? Immediately you say that, and they were like, oh, yeah, right in the chat. Nobody... The only people that don't care are the people that have, oh, look at that, right on the back.
Oh, my God. Nobody would buy that book.
Rainbow Punch. Did I ever get the Kool-Aid picture? The answer was, I didn't go out to get it, but we had one. If that makes sense. I actually wanted to see Dan DiCarlo. That's who's doing the artwork. I'm going to open up some of the stuff for you guys to take a look at.
Did that come out the same year as Jonestown? Just the question. And yes, the title banner for Aquaman 1 says now in his own magazine, but it also says it on 57 when they brought it back, I guess.
1984, this one came out. And look at that. You could even get your secret code and figure out what message did Kool-Aid Man want to send to you. Hopefully it's, I pity the fool who don't collect.
Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid Man. Or Mr. T. I hope
Kool-Aid Man.
You mock him, and I hope he shows up at your doorstep.
I'm not mocking him.
Was Kool-Aid Man's secret identity Chip Jones? Oh, yeah, you're going to. 84 was a great year. They did have Smokey's Electric Tang. Now, we did have Tang as well once in a while. I thought Tang was fine. What do you mean you can't believe? Whoa.
I like Tang. Poo-Tang. What?
Everybody begs and boards Kool-Aid Man. Those are collectors, man. And Moontang. Well, along those notes of if you look at liking the older stuff, oh yeah. Welcome back, Cotter. Come on, John Travolta, Gabe Kaplan.
You picked that one up? I thought you already owned that. All right, who drew that?
I got number 2. I didn't have number 1. I needed number. I have number 2, so I'm just going to get them. There's only a few in this series as well. Welcome back, Cotter. Another great book. And yes, guys, I begged and boarded. Welcome back, Cotter.
All right. Well, who drew that? Because now I'm very curious.
Oh, that you're curious about.
Yeah, I don't care about Kool-Aid Man because, you know, I'm not gay.
Wow. Jack Sparling and Bob Oxner.
Bob, give me the first name again.
Jack Sparling.
Oh, Jack Sparling. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And look at that. I turned right to a Hostess ad. Look at them fruit pies.
Oh, yeah.
Kata. That's right. Welcome back, Kata. Oh, look at that. They even have a little ad. DC line of superstars. Teen Titans, Detective Comics, Cobra, TV series titles. Welcome back, Cotter. Super Friends #1. Good stuff, guys. This was a fun show. Oh, yeah. Look at that. DC did a lot of marketing in this book. And for 30 cents back then, you too could get your DC TV comic. And you notice they even have that right on the front logo.
Yes, they do.
Sweat Hogs.
They're the sweat hogs. They're all sweaty.
Oh, asking what year it is. That's a
78.
Great question.
My guess.
76.
I was so close, yet so far.
You had the right decade. That's Andy.
Like I said, so close, yet so far.
I'd recommend to the chat recommenders Black Science Complete Trade Paperback. Art is fantastic. Feels very classic Fantastic Four, though with some twisty. Andy,
I do like the art.
Mini comics.
Did you? Oh no, I didn't. I can show those. Hold on. I can easily show those.
Black Science 1 was fine. 1776. Okay, that's Andy's. That's before my time, but Andy would know about that.
No.
I was born. And Mr. T, what did Mr. T do before he was Clubberlang and how did he get recognized? He was a bouncer.
Ooh.
I bet him and I back in the day we could have arm wrestled. Who knows? I wonder what he looks like.
Could have bounced each other.
Show the back ad, Smokey says. Okay,
yeah, I'm going to grab the little ones he's
cool.
talking. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but hold on. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows.
I just get that.
Oh, look at that. Dennis got nice and tight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that for those of you that don't have very good taste, what you got?
Comic book art of Andy Smith. That's me. All right. I'm going to make Dennis jealous now because he loves this stuff too. And who knows? Maybe if he was at the table and I wasn't, Smokey Concat would have gave him to him. But he didn't. He gave him to me. Oh, yeah. A little Hulk. Little baby Hulk book. Promoting Drake's Cakes. Love good old Drake's Cakes. Hey, kids. Ask for Drake's. The snack cake champ. Wolverine Spider-Man there with Sabretooth.
Did you eat Drake's Cakes?
Of course I did. Hulk. Oh, wait. This is why I didn't show. Nope. I showed that
showed
one.
That
nope.
one.
This one.
So you only
Spider-Man,
got
Rhino, Jubilee. Dennis is so jealous of these. It's just not even funny.
Hey, those are cool. I got the smaller, they're not Drake cakes, but the smaller Spider-Man ones. I do.
These are total comic book proportion too. I mean, these things are freaking small.
They are. How many issues do you have planned out for Kor-Drath? Is it infinitely ongoing? The answer to that is no, it's not infinitely. I mean, theoretically, it could be, but it's not. This story, this particular epic tale, I've got scheduled for 4 parts. That'll go through it. Each one's a self-contained story that has a goal that they need to go to and something that finishes it off. But there is the overriding arc. It'll go through 4 parts, and then we will see, do we continue on with the Shattered Reach or whatever? But yes, so there are a number of stories that could be told, but guys, we're still focusing on in the map. Just
that's a ways to go, my friend.
We got a long ways we can go and a lot that can be done.
And no, that is not Eric Larson art. I bet Kor-Drath 1 and 2 and both DD modules. Well, thank you so much. We are only, because we will be talking about it, we are only $430 away from 30 G's, baby. Let's do it. I believe next week we'll start announcing stretch goals. So let's get to the 30K and beyond. We're 21 backers, or no, 21 backers away from 400. Oh, look at Dennis. All right, I'll get you big again. Boy, you know how to make me get you big.
Wow. Yeah. So this one is the 1 inch and the 5 inch. For those of you that play D&D or using
2 inch. It's 2 inches.
Oh, 2 inch. Yeah, 2 inch. Because there's the 2 inch, the 5 inch, and the 3 inch. So some of you wanted it so you could play it within scale of your miniatures, which is this guy. And, you know, even that, it's good if we can, depending on what it wants to focus in on, really wants to focus on the one back here. And some of you wanted a much larger one. Man, it just... There we go. You can even see the bear claw on the back. So, yep, new additions. We are going to be doing a poll to see which ones you guys want to do next, which of the great characters. And, yeah, that's always fun. I did pick up, I'll just show, you know, I know they're doing a number of things. I did wind up snagging like some of the Secret War ones. They had some nice ones. I always pick them up if they're a nice price. I do like it. I will show, before I show the really cool stuff. Here was the slab book that I picked up, Fanboy, before the show even started. Everybody knows I have the entire X-Men run, but
hold on, let's catch up on some stuff. Hold on. Nicholas here says, behind in the show, Andy, have you seen the 2 newspaper giveaway comics where Spider-Man meets the Dallas Cowboys? I've seen them. I don't own them. I wouldn't mind owning them, of course. Any more First Man comics coming? I mean, not this year. Gotta work on Kor-Drath as soon as I'm done fulfilling Nice and Tight, which should only take me the rest of this week. Thank you very much, Smokey. Really appreciate it. 5 inches is huge. If you teach your wife that 12-inch ruler is actually 5 inches, it really is. Wait a second, that's backwards.
Yeah,
if you teach your wife that 5 inches is the same as a 12-inch ruler, is what I meant to say.
Andy comes home. Look at my foot-long fish I just caught.
That's right.
Fishing trip.
Let's see. Hold on. Here, I like this. Christopher Thacker would paint one for you guys. I can send examples of what I can do if you wish. Yeah, send over some examples, and we can take it from there. That'd be really cool. Oh, this is hilarious. Can't wait for you guys to announce the Dale Keown cover. I wish. That is not anything we have in our back pocket, but that would be cool. How much is the black suit Spider-Man Secret Wars going for? He's talking about Secret Wars number 8. I don't know. Dennis might be able to answer that.
I've seen them for $150 to $300. You know, depending on grade and stuff like that. That is still the big bad one from the Secret Wars. Although all the Secret Wars are, you know, starting to go up in a price.
Chris, we don't know what your Instagram is, so message Instagram.
Us. My God, I have all I can do to do Facebook and X.
Oh my God!
And try to do this. I don't do Instagram. Even though I theoretically do have an account.
Dennis, there's 24 hours in a day. Maybe if you didn't sleep for 20 of them, you'd have more time to do stuff.
Yeah, because everybody knows that's what I do.
Spider-Man meeting Dallas Cowboys is like a wrestler meeting a Make-A-Wish kid. Oh. Let's see. I can tell you the page
That was
that
fun.
he appeared on inside the book. For you guys that don't know, the page that Spider-Man appeared on in Secret Wars #8, wearing the costume, which is a 2/3 spread, it's not even a full splash page, sold for $3.2 million.
Yeah.
Daniel's excited for the auction tomorrow. That's right, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Bart Sears joins the show. We're going to do a little bit of an art auction there for a bit. It'll be more focused on him. I might pull out some little sketches that I have and stuff, kind of like those time-lapse drawings I do.
So, yeah, little sketches. So, the 1 foot sketches, everybody.
Oh, boy, here we go. All right. Are you showing something? Is that what you're doing?
I will. So, every once in a while, I do some of my earliest message Dennis the name. Okay, I will check.
I only showed that to him because he never checks DMs either. He's awful that way.
It depends. Like if you guys message me and if I happen to be sitting here and I see X come up with a DM, like I just got one. Hang on. And then I can go in there. Oh yeah, look at that. I got it. All right. Thank you. Or if you message me on Facebook, same thing. If I'm happen to be looking at it, great. Otherwise, it might take me 24 hours because I do not live in front of my social media. I'm sorry.
You have to understand when you tell Dennis about a DM, his first thought is, "Why are you talking about dick meat?" And I'm like, "That's not what it stands for. It's direct message."
Yeah, I don't think that's ever come up. You have the weirdest vocabulary I've ever met.
Can you imagine one of your drawings going for 3.2 million? Oh, sure, I can dream about it, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to be torture.
It'll happen when I die. Oh my God, do you go to Greenville often? I mean, whenever there's a show, a few times a year.
Well, let's see. SC Comicon, which is the big one. He does SC. He does a mini con. Just back the Awakening last night. Love part 1. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's right. Thank you.
And so I wind up going to there once in a while. I might be there in a few weeks for a swim meet. My kids both swam. My niece and nephew swim. So we go over there, and I always hit Borderlands when I'm in town. It's fantastic.
It is. It surely is. And don't call me Shirley.
Dungeon Master. Dennis thinks DM is Dungeon Master. Duh, it is. Yeah. So anyway, I have a few low grade copies. I'll pull it out, sir. So I will upgrade every once in a while. This one looked really nice. I only had a good copy, so it's a nice reader copy. I know Aaron Lepresti, this does not meet Aaron's standards. He's like a 9.0 as a scrub copy, but I know Aaron also has millions of dollars. He can just whip around and do stuff like that.
That's right.
If you look at this, though, I almost want to read the grader notes, though. This really looks like a nice copy. Same thing even on the back. This is a super nice looking 7.0. So you can see a little of the foxing down there at the bottom of it. But yeah, I upgraded to X-Men 17. There's no first appearances in it. It's nothing special that way other than being a 1966 X-Men. But it has Magneto in it. Anything with old Magneto.
Sleep in Psychopathy says, do you crack them open to read them?
Absolutely
no.
Not. Although, usually if I buy a slabbed one, I have a raw one to read. So, just saying.
There you go.
What are you?
All right. So, I mean, the last thing I got, well, it wasn't the last. It was one of the first things I got at the show. I have a few of the single issues, and they're just too hard to find at conventions. And for the price of this book, half off, I was like, forget it. I'll just get this big book of Captain Britain. This reprints all the magazines. It reprints Captain Britain 1976, 1 through 39. the stories were only like 8 to 10 pages. So Super Spider-Man and Captain Britain 231 and 232. Most of the art in here is Herb Trimpe. This book was $40. I got it for 20, and it has John Buscema art as well. And the thing I really like about that stuff is no, the Alan Davis is when he's in the different costume. This is volume 1. The thing I like about the John Buscema stuff is a lot of the John Buscema art in here they pulled for the examples and how to draw comics the Marvel way. So, for instance, that shot of Nick Fury flying with a jetpack, where I think it's about, putting figures in perspective or whatever it is from a splash page that John did in here. So I wanted it for that, but I also wanted it just because I think Herb was really, really doing some nice work at this time period. It's got, it's got the normal extra stuff. Like, I love this, seeing the different character sketches and stuff for the costume and shit like that. So Chris loves this uniform. I don't mind it. I really wouldn't want to draw it over and over, but I guess once you got down that lion shape on his chest, it wouldn't be that difficult. But yeah, so I picked this up. It's very cool. Like I said, really fun comic book stuff. Just brings me back. I love this Herb Trimpe stuff. So, I mean, come on, look at that freaking cover. That is just super cool.
That is.
So, I mean, that was it. Like I said, I got some other 50-cent books at the show, but I already put them away, and it wasn't anything. It wasn't stream worthy, I guess you could say. No, I do not do English accents.
No, he tries, but they are not there. See, love that uniform. Whoops, it's his best costume. That is a score. That was cool. They had so our Mike, the guy from Fanboy, he wound up buying out the entire vendor booth. They had a ton of trades, and I came over, and he's like, "Yep, I wound up buying out the whole booth," because somebody mentioned that they had bought out an entire booth of trades. So I'll be curious to see what he got into it. But he did walk over, and at the end of the show, and I had just a little bit of cash left. And he goes, "Before you're packing up," he goes, "don't go so quick." He goes, "I just bought out the booth, and I got something you might be interested in." Now, many of you guys know that I was really stupid when we moved, and my wife's like, you need to get rid of some of this stuff to do it. I got rid of some of my comics. I got rid of all my D20 Modern, all my third-party role-playing stuff. I mean, I had bookshelves upon bookshelves up on there. I wound up getting rid of it all, including my old stuff, and I was like, I'll just keep my box sets and stuff. I'll never do it again. So he walked over and said, look what he had in one of the boxes. And it wasn't part of the group that he had bought, but he had picked it up.
I just want somebody to clip where Dennis just said, I was really stupid, and send it to me, because I can easily make that say, I am really stupid.
Yeah.
I have the skills.
Stuff, guys. And regardless, I'm ignoring Andy now. But, I mean.
No, that actually is a good point. He said stream worthy. We've been looking at Kool-Aid Man and Cotter. Yeah. I guess the cheap 50-cent crap I bought actually is stream worthy now that you mention it.
Wow. A lot of haters. I don't care. I ignore haters like you.
Agent Cub, what? Why would you listen to your wife?
What? Why would you? I know. Guys, I'm saying, I kind of learned it. DMG.
Yep. Yes, Joe, I do own the first appearance of Guardian. Thank you. I'll always take another if that's something you were thinking of bringing me to Heroes Con. I would not turn it down.
Alpha Flight is awesome, and a lot of people are like, why do you collect Alpha Flight? They're technically not X-Men. Their mutants are Canadian. They have a great tie-in. I own them all. They're great. I've always loved them. Unearthed Arcana, one of my favorite books. Back from that era. So much great stuff that was in it. And then the only second edition book that I wound up getting, because I had gotten rid of that. But man, when you got the Four Horsemen of the Forgotten Realms with all their great covers and stuff, and then I got one of my buddies. I don't see him in the chat today. We went out for lunch this last week, and we went up. I don't have the other one. The other one's downstairs because I was reading it. But I did get the first Player's Handbook and the first DMG, which is downstairs.
Now, Dennis, this will probably excite you a little bit. That book right there you have in your dirty little hands, I actually had that as a kid.
Did you really? You just
I
didn't
did.
know what it was. It had too many words in it, so you didn't read it.
Yeah, I gave it to my brother. I'm like, oh, this cover art's great, but what is all this in the inside? Here, you take it.
Yeah, so, like I said, I've got to figure out which one's Mark A. Nelson. He did stuff in some of the monster manuals. There's just a lot of great, I'm not kidding, there's just a lot of great stuff that are in these books. So yeah, I wound up recollecting a bunch of them. All of my AD&D books have penciled artwork on the inside covers. Yeah, when I got rid of mine, whoever got all my books, I did one of those. I used to collect the Boris Vallejo stuff, and I've got a whole bunch of those. What are they called? Book tabs, where they stick inside and you write your name on them. So I had all those. So somebody's got that.
Yeah.
Lives are wonderful. Always listen to them, except when it comes to comics. Yes, comics or role-playing stuff, D&D. I did get rid of all my football cards. She said, you're either going to do football cards or comics. So I got rid of 250,000 football cards. And I can say I don't really miss those because comics are just way better.
I don't. I bought that because I thought it looked cool. That was like the only reason. I might have played some, but not nearly as much as like Dennis or anything. So,
Joe, the Cthulhu Pantheon, it's not Monster Manual. That's deities and demigods, but I do not have the Cthulhu one. He does own the Cthulhu one, and that one is worth a good amount of money, and I would never even ask. He won't get rid of that. I don't blame him. That is a great one to have. Cthulhu, they basically got sued and said it's a cease and desist. You need to stop. And they had to, the next printing of the book had to come out without all the great Cthulhu stuff in it. See?
There you go.
Too many words, right? Comics are better than cards. I agree. We did have fun. Deities and demigods. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the original Oriental Adventures Player's Manual?
Whoa. I'm going to say that's a yes because he's getting up from his desk. He likes to turn his camera off when he does that. Me, I just get up and walk back to get whatever I want to get, and you can see me doing it. He might have to be digging through stuff, though. That's the problem. It's Brian Blevins in the house. One of my favorite shows. Oh, you're so kind. It's because I'm here and Dennis's camera's off. I appreciate that, Brian. Brian, did you just get up? It's about that time, isn't it? Oh, I love Alan Davis art. Alan Davis will be at Heroes Con this year. Adam Kubert's going to be at Heroes Con this year.
Well, I hate to tell you, Joe, I actually thought I did. And I had a chance to pick it up because I thought I owned it. I do not see it, so I'm very sad. I'm going to double check it's not in here. I do have the original box set, so I do have the Caricature, which is I love the Eastern stuff, and but I'm just checking. I do not have the Oriental Adventures hardcover. So got to add that to my wish list because I am really bummed about that because I thought it was right on my shelf over there. Very sad. So thanks, Joe. Now I got to go collect that as well.
Oh, darn it. All right, then. Let's see.
Nope. Don't anymore. I did, guys. I had every first, all the D&D. I had all the box sets, the original, the Beck Me. I had all the hardcovers. That was through it. So, yep. I got rid of all of my box sets, my first, second, third edition. I hated fourth. I got rid of that crap as soon as I picked them up. I literally had them for months and I got rid of them. Hated it. And then I've got fifth edition, and that's kind of what I kept. I kept my second edition box sets, and that's about it.
Hated it. You know what you won't hate? Kor-Drath, the Awakening. Who's the most famous comic book artist that you know to the point you could open your phone and call them and they would answer? Well, I mean, Jack Kirby's dead, but I still kept his number because, you know, I mean, why'd you get rid of Jack Kirby's number? Just kidding. I don't have Jack Kirby's number. I don't know. I'd have to, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. But I do know Kor-Drath, the Awakening by Dennis Turner and myself. Guys, we're at $29,570.
No, we're not.
We're higher than that. Apparently somebody backed it and I didn't hit refresh. Damn it. We're at $29,640, $360 away from 30K. Let's do it, guys. We want to start showing stretch goals next week. We got to hit over 30 and we can start doing that. We showed the trailer. We'll, of course, show it again. If you're just joining us or don't know what the hell Kor-Drath, the Awakening is the smash follow-up to Kor-Drath, the Reckoning, the first chapter volume in the Kor-Drath saga. This one picks up in the Shattered Reach where the first one took place. Kor-Drath, who is the indomitable warrior and the last scion of the Red Lions tribe, embarks on a quest steeped in destiny. He is destined to become this great warrior, this great barbarian. He has to get these artifacts before the evil undead Vordoom does. Vordoom gets them, all hell will be unleashed. Kor-Drath can't let that happen. He has to protect the Black Eagles tribe. That's the tribe of his lover, Adriana. We got a lot of fun stuff on the campaign. We've got a bunch of different covers. There's cover A, me and Dan Lawless. Cover B, of course. Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
No, everybody's got a life.
What matters.
And I was going to say, guys, a lot of you did turn out. Andy and I just went and we streamed to our channel to start. We just wanted to see how many people would come on, guys. We streamed till for what, five and a half hours. And we had over 500 people when we finished off. And, you know, if we didn't have to be on Ethan's stream that night, and, you know, we could have probably kept going. But it was a long day, but it was great. You all turned out. You had lots of great questions. A lot of you guys backed it. You know, it's great to see so much enthusiasm. So this has been a really nice launch of the next chapter. In this epic.
That's right. You know, the last time Dennis serviced over 500 people was back when he was in college. So it brought back some memories that day.
And he's laughing at his own joke.
You know it. We've got the beautiful Bud Root cover. And you're like, man, Bud Root does such a great job. He's the man. And we had him do it so they would look at that, connect. There you go with the logos and stuff. So if you didn't get the first Bud Root cover, you got to get it so you can put them right next to each other. Get 2 copies so you can frame them. That would be nice. So there's that one. We're doing a black and white edition of the whole book, graphic novel size. Just, you know, black and white, the way the pages look, nice, stark, high contrast before I send them over to the colorist. Word balloons, everything. It is not an artist edition this time. Let's see. Andy, how big roughly is your collecting? It looks pretty big. My collection, I've got 5. I probably have 27, 28 long boxes of comics. Not nearly as much as Dennis. We've got the preview pages so you can see where the story begins, what's going to happen. No lettering this time, though. We do want to keep some things secret. So there's that. Of course, read about the characters, which you can also see more about at Kor-Drath.com, a hyphen between Kor and Drath. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, Demise and Drachamort. That is the new game that Dennis is writing. If you like the first game module, Mayhem in the Mirador Mountains, you'll love this one. There is the full cover art by Dan Lawless and Bart Sears. What's this game about, Dennis?
Sorry, I was just reading. There's a bunch of stuff that have been coming in. Guys, this is the new adventure. A dragon was defeated a long time ago. And boy, wouldn't you know it, he had spawn. They've come home to take revenge. So the Demise in Drachamort is about the current happenings of a fantastic village that's up in the area. It takes place in the Shattered Reach. And the village realizes they're screwed. And what can we do to stop the spawn from getting mad and ripping everybody to pieces? That's what this is. I had a whole bunch of you guys message me, and I was very tickled that there were that many of you. The first module, let me grab it. The first module we had done was Kor-Drath. This was Mayhem in the Mirador Mountains. And you notice the red, everybody's like, ooh, the original red box set. Yes, it was. And a bunch of you guys, I did not mention this, but you guys said, oh my God, Demise in Drachamort. That's the color for the Expert box set. Yes, it is. A bunch of you picked up on that. I love you guys for being super smart. So anyway, we are continuing the great adventure journeys through the Shattered Reach.
There you go. And a few great add-ons, of course. We're doing a Kor-Drath, The Awakening, the layouts. I figured since we're doing a black and white edition book featuring my layouts before I ink the pages, might be a cool compliment. So you can actually go back and forth and see what the layouts look like, see what I changed or deleted, added, whatnot. And that's an add-on. Another cool add-on is we're doing a manga version of The Reckoning. It is the small manga size. It's 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, wait, it says right there 5 by 7.5. It is in, let me just do this real quick so they can see it. Oh, thank you. It is in black and white. It's hard to tell, but there is a dot pattern. So it's like Zipatone, like real manga books are. So we're doing that. And then right below that, a little bit bigger, which is 5.5 by 8.5 digest. It's full color. It's just like the book, except full color. Well, it is full color, just like the book, except both the manga version and the color version digest are E for everyone. There was a R-rated page in the full-size graphic novel, and we edited it so you can give these to, like 10, 11, 12-year-olds and up to read, and it's just peachy keen. It's like Ashcan size. The smaller one is. The manga size is. Yes.
Yep. We had a lot of you guys. We listened to all your feedback from the first one. So much of it was positive. One of the things you guys asked for is, look, my kids would love this, but that saucy section, they can't take that to school. No. So we went in and made something that the kids could read and take to school. And by the way, as we found out through most of the school systems, they don't care about the violence. Violence is not a problem. They care about the nudity. And lo and behold, that's why we did this. So everybody can read this. Everybody can enjoy it now with
that. Okay, you can show the minifigs. We've got 3 different size minifigures, a 2-inch, a 3-inch, a 5-inch. They're all add-ons. Pick and choose what you like. If you like miniature type statues, the 5-inch is the way to go because of the detail. If you're going to use it for actual role-playing games, then the 2-inch is the way to go because that's the actual scale for minifigures for role-playing. And then we did a 3-inch in between size too. So there you go. Check those out. Brian says, looking good. Well, thank you so much.
And why, since we got a bunch of you on there, here, I'll do this. Who do you want the next one to be? I'll have you guys put it. We've been doing little polls.
Well, I mean, Dennis does the little poll.
We all know Andy's is still
the literal poll. Have we watched Fallout? I have not. I don't know if Dennis has yet, though.
My wife and I are watching it right now. We are 5 episodes in. And yeah, we are going to watch this to the end. It's been good. So guys, one for Lilith, just put in the chat, what next figure would you like to see? Because it takes a lot to sculpt these things, but they turned out fantastic. 1 if you want a Lilith, 2 Adriana, 3 Necronite.
There you go. And then after that, down below, that's right. We do have 2 tiers. The Kor-Drath, the Awakening box bundle comes in a box that I can show you guys right here. Here is a box prototype on the, well, this is technically the front, the top. It is the Awakening box. So we're using the homage cover on the bottom of the box. The first homage cover, keep consistent. From the actual cover, Adriana on one side, Kor-Drath on the other. The back of the box, if you stand it up on a bookshelf, wrong way. Kor-Drath art at the top, the title, Astonishing Comics at the bottom. And if you're laying it on the table, you can read Kor-Drath that way from the opening. This box we made big enough, and you can add that on. So you could buy 1 book and be like, I want that box. Well, you can add it on checkout. We actually did make the box big enough for all the way down at the bottom, Kor-Drath Volume 1 and 2, Get Everything
For
collector
those of you
box.
that missed The Reckoning in all of its glory, you now have a chance to pick up all the Reckoning, all the Awakening, all of everything, and get it, and it all fits in that beautifully constructed box.
Yep. The only thing that don't fit, I said don't, that does not fit in that box. The 2 game modules do not fit in the box, and the artist edition do not fit in the box either. Other than that, everything does fit in the box. I mean, you get a ton of stuff. Just look at this list right here. The black and white edition of The Awakening, Kor-Drath Volume 1 manga, black and white, Kor-Drath Volume 1 digest, Kor-Drath collector's box, which I just showed you. Kor-Drath Volume 1 covers A, B, C, D, E, F. Kor-Drath Volume 2 covers A, B, C, D. Game modules 1 and 2. The 4 character cards and the map from the first campaign. Kor-Drath Volume 1 Artist Edition, and both Adriana and Lilith trading cards. And of course, any stretch goals with this campaign you'll get. We are planning to do more character cards. You can get a figure sketch commission from me. You can get a head sketch commission. You can get Kor-Drath Volume 1 and 2 catch-up tier. The Volume 1 is with the Volume 1 catch-up is with a brand new cover. Can you fit a comic that is bagged and boarded? Yes.
Yes.
All the comics, when they are delivered, will be in bags and boards, and they do fit. That is the second chance cover for when we do the second printing of Kor-Drath, The Awakening. And that is part of the catch-up tier. You can just order it by itself. And then, of course, the different editions, the black and white edition, the Bud Root line art edition, the Bud Root Dan Lawless cover, my homage cover, the main cover, the game module, and of course the featured tier, normally 162 for you, 135. It is the Awakening box. It's got Kor-Drath the Awakening covers A, B, C, D, the black and white edition, the game module volume 2, the Adriana trading card, and the collector box. And guys, if you signed up early to get the free Adriana trading card in front of the line shipping, you have to check your email spam or just your email, because I sent out an email on Sunday with all the secret links. And when you use those secret links, the back, it will say in the drop down, you get the Adriana trading card as well. Who did the 3D model for you guys? The company we're working with is called Third Dimension. And I don't actually know who did the digital sculpt. I drew it, so they actually worked off of my drawing, and we had a few back and forth because I tweaked the anatomy on the sculpture because I really want it to look like my art, and came to life in 3D. And they did a freaking fantastic job. So there you go with your answer to those questions. Chris, you want to paint one? We're going to check it out. I got your Instagram as well. We'll definitely check it out and talk amongst ourselves, and you might just get to. But that is it. That is that. Oh boy, I don't know why you're showing this.
That's why. Grim Jim was asking, so give you an idea. That's some of what I've got. That is my collection. I do have to stick all this stuff in, and I have more boxes that are on the top over there. But yep, I do collect. Love all this stuff.
His room is not that neat anymore, just to let you guys know. Just showing you the cleaned up version.
All the stuff that I got back here, and all the ones for my quick flips and stuff. I got crap on my table now. Yeah, I got to start putting all this stuff away. But
it's true.
I've been too busy doing Kor-Drath to worry about cleaning up my space.
Yeah, that's true. Anyhow, guys, tomorrow we'll be back at 3 p.m. normal Dennis and Andy show time with our guest Bart Sears. I told him you better bring something for the art auction. Don't make me look stupid. I do that all fine by myself. I don't need any freaking help from him.
Adriana. I will say this, guys. The Necronite's a little surprising to me. Has jumped way out in front in terms of that, but we'll let you guys know what the next one will be.
We need to give the figures a Zenithal priming. I don't even know what that is. I'll assume Dennis might.
They will show up then the gray. Yeah, they will.
All right. Well,
like I said, these are literally the prototypes we got in, and I used to paint minis, so I used to have all the paint, and then I stopped doing it for a number of years when we moved here, and all my paints dried out, and I'm not going back and rebuying all of the Citadel paints and stuff like that.
Oh. And tonight, the Professionals is on Billy Tucci's channel. Billy's idea for the night, theme of the night, is the Professionals' first published work. So our homework was to find our first published work, and we'll be each showing it page by page on stream tonight. And we're not talking copies of like pencils and inks. We're talking the printed looking stuff. So I found my first published work. I've got JPEGs of the 12 pages because it was a 12-page story, and all the other guys are doing that too. So that's at 8 o'clock tonight, guys. So join us for that. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock with Mr. Bart Sears. Until then, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Go back, Kor-Drath.
That's right.
Let's blow this one up bigger than the first one. We know we can do it with all your guys' help. Thank you so much. Share it when you can. When you come to New Jersey, will you be bringing any Kor-Drath goodies? Yes, I will. I'm driving up. Actually, I thought I was going to be flying, but I actually am going to be driving. So I will have our setup that we take the shows of Kor-Drath, the Reckoning stuff. So yes, I will. So, all right, guys, until tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Live longer.